What's up, YouTube? This is Mathwas97, and welcome to episode number 36 of my WWE 2K16 Universe mode. We're back with main event. As you can see, we got Enzo and Big Cass set to take on the Party Animals. Dean Ambrose one-on-one with The Miz. Luke Harper and Eric Rowan pick up a tag team victory over Los Matadores. And in the main event, the Celtic Warrior, Sheamus, will go one-on-one with the Ayatollah of Rock and Rolla, Chris Jericho. We're here in Providence, Rhode Island for this edition of main event. And as you can see, the Party Animals, Adam Rose and Fandango, making their way down here to the ring. And of course, coming out here just as enthusiastic as ever. They've got their pom-poms and everything. They're ready for action tonight as they're going to be taking on the team of Big Cass and Enzo Amore. You know, some may call them the catchphrase kings, but in the ring, they can back up what they say. Enzo, he might be a big dog on the mic, but don't you worry, he can back himself up in the ring. As we're about to see them make their way into this arena. And this Rhode Island crowd, they are on their feet. They're just highly anticipating the arrival of Enzo Amore and Colin Cassady. Have to say, out of all the new superstars we've seen come on the block, this tag team has to be one of the most charismatic duos we have seen in quite some time.
My name is Enzo Amore, and I am a certified G and a bona fide soul, and you can't teach that. And this right here, this is Big Cass, and he's 7 foot tall, and you can't teach that. Bada boom, realest guys in the room. How you doing?
And that's proof of it right there. Enzo Amore, Big Cass, how you doing? They're ready to go here tonight, ready to take the fight to the Party Animals. And I have to say, since making their debut, Big Cass and Enzo Amore have been looking mighty impressive. Of course, you had Big Cass making his debut a few months ago, at least in singles competition.
And for our so-called opponents tonight, we have one word to describe them, and I'm gonna spell it out for you.
Get ready. That is right, folks. Enzo Amore, Colin Cassady. They're ready to go. But to get back to my point, Big Cass made his debut several months ago. Enzo Amore at ringside. Then, of course, the Cesaro Intercontinental Championship Open Challenge was answered by Enzo Amore. And look at this. Enzo, he's already busting out the moves. Adam Rose perhaps looking to answer Enzo, but Enzo, I don't think he seemed too pleased with that. Enzo Amore, of course, definitely brings the charisma to the table out of this tag team. But of course, Big Cass, you don't want to get in the ring with Big Cass. Enzo and Big Cass, I gotta say, they make a pretty complimentary duo. I mean, you've got Enzo, who, I mean, he's just like a terrier in there. He will just, you know, he's a feisty one. He brings the speed, but he's also, you know, if you don't want to get into a fist fight with Enzo, because Enzo, he'll knock you out, he'll break your jaw and knock some teeth down your throat. But at the same time, you don't want to be in the ring with Big Cass, because you're not going to be able to outpower Big Cass. I mean, just look at the size of this man. 7 feet tall, or as Enzo would say, over 7 foot tall, and you can't teach that. Enzo now the cover. 1, 2, no, Adam Rose able to kick out of that seated senton. But right now, Enzo, no, he misses the drop kick. I was just about to say, Enzo with firm control of this matchup, but now Adam Rose, spinning fisherman suplex. And just like that, Adam Rose turns the tides in favor of the Party Animals. Fandango here on the apron, just applauding Adam Rose on his efforts. Perhaps Rose could be looking to make the tag into Fandango here. While he's got the advantage on Enzo, that would be a smart strategy. You want to wear Enzo down. Do not allow Big Cass to get into this matchup. As here we go, the tag has been made. Double suplex there from Fandango and Adam Rose. And now Fandango drops the knee And you can hear the crowd in the background. They are fandangoing here in Rhode Island. They are having some fun tonight. Neck breaker there by Fandango. Oh, and now while Fandango, he's going to oblige his fans here in the audience with a bit of a dance of his own there. Enzo Amore, though, none too pleased, able to counter Fandango with the arm drag. And now, well, oh, Enzo dumped to the outside. Seemed as though Fandango, his little show of bravado almost cost him there, but Fandango able to recover nicely. And now Enzo whipped into the barricade there. And now Enzo, I believe his face just, oh! Back of his neck bouncing off the floor. But Fandango, I believe he whipped Enzo Amore right into that boot of Adam Rose. And now Fandango bringing Enzo back in the ring. Elbow right to the face. And so far, so good for the Party Animals. They've managed to isolate Enzo Amore. That's what you got to do against this tag team. Divide and conquer. And you don't want any part of Big Cass. So isolating Enzo Amore is probably the best strategy at this point. As Enzo whipped off the ropes, double hip toss there from the Party Animals. And here's Adam Rose showing some bravado of his own. And it looked like Fandango just distracted Big Cass there. Well, I don't think Fandango wants to get into a fight with Cass on the outside. Enzo Amore, the counter. And now a kick to the back of Adam Rose. Enzo might have just shifted the tides with that counter. And now could be looking to make the tag into Colin Cassady. Oh, and here we go. This business is about to pick up. Adam Rose's face bouncing off the boot of Colin Cassady. And now back suplex there from Big Cass. And there goes Fandango. Big Cass is on fire right now. Look at this. Colin Cassady is feeling it. Big Cass now brings Adam Rose back to his feet. Rose whipped off the ropes. Big Cass, flapjack there to Adam Rose. And Big Cass, I don't know if there's going to be any stopping this man now. Now that he's gained control of this matchup, I don't know if Adam Rose or Fandango are going to be able to put him out. He is like a never-ending fire. As here we go, clothesline. That's not a clothesline, that is a knee in the corner. I was expecting a clothesline, but instead Colin Cassady, a huge knee to just deflate Adam Rose, and now a big boot to the skull. That could have put Adam Rose out cold. Big Cass now whipping Adam Rose into the corner. Are we gonna see it? Big Cass, another knee. Down goes Adam Rose. Are we gonna see Air Enzo? Here we go, splash by Enzo from the top rope. Give the assist to Colin Cassady. Enzo the cover. 1, 2. No, Fandango just gets in there to break it up. Just able to save Adam Rose from potential disaster there. Well, now Big Cass getting him some of Fandango here. Enzo now a crossbody, and I don't even think Adam Rose is conscious right now. Cover by Enzo. There's the 3 count. Yep, Adam Rose. After that Air Enzo, it was over. Adam Rose, he had nothing left. So Fandango, he tried to make the save, but in the end, he just couldn't salvage a victory for the Party Animals. And instead, Enzo and Big Cass, they are victorious here to kick off main event. And what a way to hype up the crowd here in Providence, Rhode Island. They are hyped for Big Cass and Enzo Amore. But now it's time to get even more hyped because we've got the Lunatic Fringe in the building. Dean Ambrose, the warden of the Ambrose Asylum, making his way down to the ring. And he's about to take on the Hollywood A-lister, self-proclaimed, of course. Have to put that little disclaimer whenever you're talking about The Miz. But nonetheless, Dean Ambrose, he is a very frustrated man. But we did just learn on the last episode of Monday Night Raw that Dean Ambrose will have to find a tag team partner to team up to take on Blake and Murphy at Battleground. Dean Ambrose, you have to wonder, who is he going to be perhaps scouting out here? This match against The Miz is perhaps just a way for Dean Ambrose to not only vent some frustration here, but perhaps show off his abilities a little bit. Just kind of, I don't know, if there's anybody interested in teaming up with Dean Ambrose, Ambrose can put himself on display here. I'm definitely sure that his tag team partner is not going to be his opponent tonight. That would be very unfortunate for Dean Ambrose. I don't think these two men would get along very well. You have somebody like The Miz who, he's very, very proper, very arrogant, and he definitely doesn't want to take a punch to the face. But then you have Dean Ambrose. He's a unique one. You can definitely say that. He doesn't really have the arrogance that The Miz has. I wouldn't call him proper. In fact, I'd call him anything but. And Dean Ambrose, he's a very smash mouth style. He'll punch you in the face. He'll take several punches to the face just to fire himself up. No, I don't think these two men would get along very well. And now, here we go. Talk about the moneymaker. Dean Ambrose is unloading on The Miz right there. And yeah, you can definitely see the frustration already has taken over in this matchup. Dean Ambrose again just hammering away on The Miz here. And right off the bat, The Miz working from behind the 8-ball. Dean Ambrose, he's been very, very pissed off as of late. Not only with his failed attempts at defeating Seth Rollins at both SummerSlam and Night of Champions, but as well as that, he had the post-match assault by Blake and Murphy after Night of Champions. Well, look at this. Dean Ambrose, a drop kick to The Miz. But even before that steel cage match with Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose was assaulted by Rollins before the match could even begin. I mean, a steel chair to the back of the skull, a pedigree on the chair on the outside. I mean, Ambrose really was just in a very unfair position. And as for The Miz right now, his moneymaker is getting absolutely wrecked by Dean Ambrose. I think Miz, he might need some facial reconstruction surgery after this match tonight. Big kick to the chest there of The Miz. But Dean Ambrose, it's going to be interesting to see who he could potentially find as a partner. I don't know how many people here on the roster who do not already have a match at Battleground or would be interested in teaming up with Ambrose. It's not like we've seen Ambrose have many allies in the past, and he's made a lot of enemies as a part of the Shield. So it's going to be, I think it might be tough for Dean Ambrose to find that tag team partner. Has he already burned too many bridges? Is he going to be set for perhaps another handicap match against Blake and Murphy? We saw that on Monday Night Raw post-Night of Champions. It did not go so well for Dean Ambrose in his handicap efforts against Blake and Murphy. But that might be his only option if he can't find a tag team partner. Right now, Ambrose, bulldog off the second rope, taking down The Miz. Ambrose now going to the corner. He's sizing up The Miz. Looking to fire the kill shot, and there we go. The running knee trembler. And Miz, he's out cold. Dean Ambrose now looking to go in for the kill. Here we go. Dirty Deeds, the original Dirty Deeds. And it's still nonetheless devastating as ever. 1, 2, 3. Dean Ambrose. An emphatic victory. A very one-sided matchup tonight against The Miz. Dean Ambrose sending a direct message to Blake and Murphy that he is ready for Battleground. Yet to find that tag team partner, but I'm sure that even if Ambrose cannot find a partner, he's still going to go at Blake and Murphy with 100%. Dean Ambrose, he is unhinged. And he's just a disaster waiting to happen. Blake and Murphy definitely have to stay on their toes. Be prepared as much as they can be to enter the Ambrose Asylum. And now it is time for the main event of the evening, as we see Chris Jericho, the best in the world at what he does. The man of 1004 holds the Ayatollah of Rock and Rolla, about to make his way down to the ring here. And tonight he's taking on a former World Heavyweight Champion in the Celtic Warrior, Sheamus. Yes, Chris Jericho, he is coming off of the King of the Ring tournament where he was eliminated in the very first opening round by Stardust. Jericho, even less of a performance as opposed to his King of the Ring stint last year, where he did at least managed to advance to the quarterfinals after defeating Kofi Kingston. So it's a step back for Chris Jericho, but tonight he's looking to rebound and take a step forward in this match against Sheamus tonight. But of course, when you're going up against Sheamus, you do always run that risk of getting a brogue kick to the jaw and losing a couple teeth. Chris Jericho definitely going up against a tough opponent tonight. And with momentum not exactly on his side, we'll have to see how he fares against this former world champion. And as if that wasn't enough, you've got Wade Bad News Barrett in Sheamus's corner. Could definitely play a huge factor in this matchup tonight. Could get involved in this matchup, distract Jericho, distract the referee. Jericho already, I'd have to say, working with a disadvantage tonight. But if you want to talk about momentum, Sheamus and Barrett have got some momentum on their side. After all, they were on Team Stardust when they picked up the victory over the New Day back at Night of Champions. But Sheamus and Barrett, the SmackDown originals, looking to get themselves perhaps in line for a Tag Team Championship opportunity, or maybe looking to push themselves back for the World Heavyweight Championship. You have to say, two heads are better than one, so if Sheamus and Barrett can really put their combined efforts together, I think it's only a matter of time before at least one of them gets back into the World Championship scene. Well, right now, Sheamus with a headlock here on Chris Jericho. Perhaps a bit of a technical showdown, kicking this one off. Jericho sent over the top. Oh, but an elbow from Jericho. And now, Jericho, a missile drop kick. Springboard there. Chris Jericho trying to rally the crowd behind him. Jericho already quickening the pace of this matchup. Ducks underneath. A leap. No, another duck underneath. Oh, the referee gets taken out. And now Jericho. Powerbomb to Sheamus. Bridges into the cover, but the referee is nowhere near to count the pin. He's out of it. This would have been a 3 count. 1, 2. No. Kick out by Sheamus. That was a very unfortunate move there for Jericho. Sheamus, his shoulders were on the mat for well over a 3 count, but the poor referee got knocked out by Sheamus inadvertently, and now, well, Jericho, that almost worked against him there. Sheamus now stomping away at the chest of Chris Jericho. And Sheamus, you gotta say that definitely worked out for him. That was a good break for Sheamus. And now, he's taking advantage of it. Sheamus right now looking to just outpower Chris Jericho. A nice backbreaker there. Sheamus talking about smash mouth styles. He's definitely got one. He's not afraid to beat the crap out of you with his fists, with his feet. Jericho, though, able to counter that back suplex attempt. And now he's got Sheamus up. Powerbomb again. This time bridging into the cover. Could he get him here? 2. No, Sheamus just able to kick out. But Chris Jericho, with a move like that, able to quickly regain control of this matchup. And now a chop, a forearm to the face, and Northern Light suplex into the cover again. 1, 2. No, Sheamus able to kick out. Chris Jericho doing a very good job at bringing the fight to Sheamus early here, and as he will have to do, especially with the threat of Wade Barrett at ringside, Jericho has to take the upper hand early. But he might have just lost his chance. Sheamus with a very resourceful counter there. Jericho trying to get back up to his feet, but Sheamus kicked him right in the side of the head. Now a back suplex to take down Chris Jericho. And now Sheamus. Oh, what a punch almost right to the eye there of Chris Jericho. Very vicious assault by Sheamus. Jericho, though, with a European uppercut. That one staggered Sheamus. And now, Jericho lights up his chest with a chop. We saw Jericho do the same to Stardust at King of the Ring. Oh, but look at Wade Barrett. Wade Barrett there distracting Chris Jericho. And now Sheamus, he's got Jericho from behind. Full Nelson slam. Wade Barrett just blatantly getting involved here. Oh, no, wait. Sheamus, you can't tell me he's already thinking brogue kick. Oh, this is not looking good for Chris Jericho. Sheamus, oh, an axe handle. Sheamus just playing with the... No, Sheamus, that was not very entertaining. Sheamus playing with the audience there. Had us thinking he was going to go for a bro kick, but instead an axe handle. And that's Sheamus for you. He definitely... He's not very popular with the WWE crowd. And now that he's adopted this new look, the crowd sometimes rolling senton. The crowd sometimes even telling him he looks stupid. Sure, Sheamus does not take too kindly to that, but in fact, I think he gets off on just making this crowd hate him just that much more. Now an elbow drop, the cover by Sheamus. No, Jericho gets the shoulder up. Well, it's not too often we see Sheamus fly off the top rope, so it's understandable that he's a bit frustrated that Jericho was able to kick out of that. Now a headbutt to the side of the skull of Jericho. Sheamus now picking Jericho up to his feet. I'm sure Sheamus would love to... Oh, wait, counter by Jericho. A nice arm drag. And Jericho again. Chop to the chest of Sheamus. And that pale chest... Oh my god, Barrett again up on the ropes. Sheamus' pale chest is going to be a beat red by the end of this matchup. But Wade Barrett's looking to stop that from happening. And a clothesline to the back of the head knocks Jericho's lights out. And now Sheamus, he's feeling cocky here. Huge clothesline taking down Chris Jericho. But Sheamus, he's got to watch out with that arrogance. I mean, even though he's got Barrett at ringside to help him out, he doesn't want to throw this matchup away just by baiting the fans. And now look at this, a boot right into the chin of Chris Jericho. Really stretching out the neck there of Y2J. And now the knee driven right into the face of Jericho. Sheamus now, what's he looking to do? Looks like he's going back to the top rope. Sheamus, look at this battering ram from the top. And just that huge frame of Sheamus knocking Jericho down. 2. Oh, Jericho again. Kicks out at 2. Oh, now Jericho with a punch. Jericho showing his resilience, his never say die attitude. Sheamus though, a punch, and now a kick. And now Jericho. Oh no, there's a shot to the back. Huge knee now to the skull of Jericho, sending him all the way out to the floor. Well, Jericho, he had a little bit of a spark there, but Sheamus has quickly shut that down. And now Sheamus looking to get a running start for something, perhaps. Jericho back to his feet. Oh, what a clothesline by Sheamus again. And now Sheamus, oh no, not on the outside. Sheamus looking for a bro kick. Oh, and he hits it in the back of Jericho's skull. Bounces off the floor with that whiplash. Sheamus again, just mocking the crowd here. And mocking Chris Jericho as well. Sheamus looking to bring Jericho back into the ring. If he could just pin him, he's got the victory in hand. But Jericho, he's stirring, trying to get back up to his feet. Sheamus now, what's he gonna do? Well, Barrett's up on the apron again. Referee, deal with him. Oh, no, wait. Oh, my God, Sheamus! Toss Jericho into the air, into a bro kick. It's over. 2, 3, Sheamus. A dominant victory over Chris Jericho here tonight. And you have to, of course, give credit to the man at ringside, Wade Barrett. And Barrett, you can see, giving the crowd here at ringside an earful. Well, that's going to be it for this episode. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to stay tuned for SmackDown. Keep on YouTubing.